Well, in the midst of all the COVID, me and my wife wanted to take our children on a vacation.
Like many people, quarantined during a time they usually take family trips, Mike Vanier decided not to cancel their plans.
And we didn't want to fly or, be around too many people, so we figured renting an RV. We have our own little house on wheels.
According to AAA, 97% of travel this summer is going to be driving. So it's no surprise that people are turning to RVs to do so.
You can do what you want, everyone's contained. It's a home away from home, actually. I love it. It's the first time rented, and I'm going to do it again.
Mike, he went down to Maryland, and they went to the beach. Literally a campsite on the beach. So social distance, they've got the beach aspect, and they didn't have to do a hotel or worry about social distancing.
It's a new kind of Airbnb that's gone up 1,500% in popularity since COVID-19. Instead of buying an expensive motorhome, for a fraction of the cost, you can rent them through websites like Outdoorsy and RV Share. Dave Nelson has 4 RVs, all currently rented. It's become kind of his side job. He even created his own website for it.
We started in 2018. We rented an RV personally for our family to go to Penn State and tailgate weekend for football. Loved it. So we ended up buying one, and at that point, I started renting it out just to help pay for the cost. And it worked out well. Everyone's concerned about the virus. You want to have it deep cleaned, so we had to follow the CDC practice and recommendations for cleaning and a deep cleaning. So I have a bunch of commercial grade disinfectants. We have a team that comes in and disinfects the RVs after each rental. And it's been quite costly, but it's also a peace of mind for the renters that are coming in.
And according to John Gray from RVshare.com, there are a few other things to keep in mind if you're thinking this is a good idea for your family.
First, think about the trip you want to take. Think about who you want to take with you, where you want to go, how many people need to sleep in the RV, whether you want to drive the RV, tow it, have it delivered. All of those are options that can happen through RVshare.com. But having a good idea of the trip you want to take will help you make the best of the trip you ultimately plan. The second thing I'd say is make sure you have a budget for the trip in mind. I think that's really important to consider not only the cost of renting the RV, but the cost of fuel and cost of the campgrounds you're going to want to go to. If you want to go to a campground that has water slides and is incredibly awesome, you will pay more for that campground than you would if you go to something a bit simpler. The last thing I'd say, and this one I think is really important, is to take flexibility with you on your trip. One of the things that's great about a road trip and an RV trip specifically is that you have a tremendous amount of control over the trip. So you should make sure to not overschedule yourself. So don't plan to drive a specific amount of miles. Make sure you know going in roughly where you want to go and have an outline, but leave yourself some time to explore and to see some things that you might not have planned to see, but really enjoy along the way. Also, if you're just the sort of person who never wants to drive an RV, remember that you can get one delivered to the campground of your choice and just basically have a hotel room wherever you want to go.
Hi, I'm Shirley.
And I'm Regina Mitchell. For more videos like this, subscribe to WHYY.